Usually when we think about the word praise, there's this expectation of like an event, like a concert or something.
Right.
You
Yeah.
go to church, you sing a hymn, you get that burst of joy, and then, well, it's just over. You go back to normal life.
Yeah, it gets treated as a reaction,
Yeah,
like something you do only when something good happens.
exactly. But what if praise isn't just a reaction to good news, but a permanent state of being? Welcome to the deep dive. Today we are looking at a document titled Talking About Jesus.
Which is a fascinating read, honestly.
It really is. And our mission today is to explore how this source completely flips our understanding of worship, taking it from that temporary action and turning it into what they call an unending song,
Hmm.
one that's placed in the soul the second a person is redeemed.
Which fundamentally shifts the whole religious experience. I mean, in this framework, redemption happens because God draws people near through grace, not because they're, strong or perfect.
Yeah. Right, which means the resulting praise has to come from somewhere else. Like if it's not a reaction to today's good news, it has to be rooted in something that doesn't change.
Right. What this document calls the finished work of Christ.
Yeah, the finished work, I really love that distinction.
It completely removes human emotion from the driver's seat. Because, emotion is fickle, right?
Oh, absolutely. Up and down all day.
Exactly. It rises and falls. But this unending song relies entirely on a completed action that's totally outside of human effort.
That makes me think of gravity, actually. Like, human emotion is the weather. It rains, it shines, it changes constantly. But this view of praise makes it more like gravity, right? An invisible, constant force that keeps a person grounded, totally regardless of what the weather is doing.
Oh, that's a great way to put it. And when the weather gets violent, that gravity is what stops you from being swept away.
Right.
This constant force actually flows directly through sorrow and trials.
Wait, so when the path is dark, praise just becomes an act of faith.
Yes, exactly. It's a declaration of trust in who God is rather than what can be seen in front of you.
Okay, but honestly, I have to push back on this a little bit. I mean, does this mean believers are supposed to just fake happiness when they're suffering?
Like plaster on a smile.
Yeah, exactly. Plaster on a smile while everything just falls apart around them.
No, no, it's an understandable concern, but no, this isn't about forced joy or just, lifting empty words.
Okay.
It's framed as a total posture of the heart. So praise manifests as steadfastness when the soul is weary, or as obedience when obedience is costly.
That's a huge shift. But how does someone functionally do that? I mean, when you're suffering, your biological instinct is to panic, not to praise.
Right, it happens through a conscious override.
Mhm.
So instead of reacting to the immediate crisis, the dark weather, you intentionally recall that unchanging foundation.
Trusting the gravity over the storm.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And by actively choosing that very choice is the praise. You aren't faking a smile, you're recognizing a deeper reality even when it hurts.
But if that constant gravity of praise anchors you during a difficult human life, what happens to it when that life ends?
Well, the document takes this to its logical conclusion, which is eternity.
Right.
If this posture begins here, it doesn't end here. It gets perfected.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there will be a day when faith gives way to sight, and in that moment, the praise will be completely free from earthly weakness, fear, all that distraction.
So the implication here is that you don't have to wait for eternity to learn this language of praise.
Right. The appeal is to start speaking it now,
Yeah.
in the quiet moments and in the trials. It frames a believer's destiny not as silence or weariness, but as this everlasting worship that starts today.
Wow. So we'll leave you with this to mull over. If praise is truly language meant to be spoken for all eternity, how fluent are you in translating your current daily struggles into that language of trust?